Now, it was months of civil unrest that in fact led to the ouster of the president. Soldiers eventually seized power in Mali and also arrested the incumbent president, who's now been ousted, Ibrahim Boubacar Keita, and they forced him to resign on national television. Now, this sudden turn of events in the African nation has sent shockwaves in the entire region. Now, the army has promised to build a new government through fresh elections. However, the international community has condemned the coup and has expressed fear of more political uncertainty and chaos unfolding in the country. Our next report gets you all the details.
The coup that was no surprise. Mali is under military rule. Colonel Assimi Goïta has declared himself the head of the junta that deposed President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita this week.
We can't afford any more mistakes. With this intervention, we have put the country first, Mali first. That is why we have assured our support and told them to start working, because we no longer have the right to make mistakes.
For months, Keita had resisted mass protests against his government, giving few concessions. He even pressed ahead with controversial parliamentary elections. On Tuesday, rebel soldiers arrested Keita and his Prime Minister Boubou Cissé, driving the pair to a military base on the outskirts of Bamako, which they'd seized that morning. Late into the night, Keita announced his resignation on national television.
Vous dire ma décision de quitter mes fonctions.
To tell you my decision to resign from my functions, all my functions from this moment on, and with all the legal consequences, the dissolution of the National Assembly and that of the government.
Et celle du gouvernement. De conclure que cela devait se terminer par leur intervention.
If today it pleased some elements of our armed forces to conclude that it should end with their intervention, do I really have a choice? I submit to it because I do not wish any blood to be shed to keep me in power.
Pour mon maintien aux affaires.
The new military leaders briefly closed Mali's borders and announced a nighttime curfew. They pledged to hold new elections soon. In the meantime, a transitional president would be appointed, either from civilian or military ranks.
Civil society and political social movements are invited to join us to create together the best conditions for a civil political transition, leading to credible general elections for the exercise of democracy, through a roadmap that will lay the foundations for a new Mali.
On home soil, jubilant scenes on the streets of the capital Bamako suggested popular support for the overthrow of the president.
The whole of Mali has been liberated by a republican force. The Malian people support them from above and from below. We are really very, very happy. There is no education, there is no health, there is no security. Everything has been told to the man. He does not want to listen to the people.
The prominent opposition movement, the M5 RFP, which has been driving mass anti-government protests, said it would work with the junta.
The military are Malians. They are patriots who have only supported this democratic, republican, secular struggle of the M5 RFP, which was carried out by the sovereign people of Mali. So this is only the culmination of a process that was set in motion by the people of Mali.
Coup leaders also met with the ruling coalition, who, while condemning the overthrow, were resigned to a new order.
Nous avons à l'unanimité en tant qu'acteurs politiques démocratiques et républicains.
We have said unanimously, as political, democratic and republican actors, that we condemn any seizure of power by force of arms, as republicans and democrats. However, what's done is done, and it's the country that's calling us.
C'est le pays qui nous appelle.
But the international community has unanimously condemned the coup. Regional Bloc, the Economic Community of West African States, will send a delegation to Mali and has called for Keita to be restored to power. Meanwhile, the African Union has suspended Mali. The UN Security Council has demanded a return to constitutional order. However, restoring the previous constitutional order will be a difficult task. On Friday, thousands of people demonstrated in Bamako, celebrating the coup.